Well, hello, this is Sonia J. Wells, your lifestyle transformational strategist, coming to you once again on Empower Me Moments to share with you tips, tools, and strategies to not only transform your life, but empower you to live a life of freedom, order, and purpose, and to help you do the work to live the life that you deserve. As usual, I'm always excited to come with you to share with you things that I have experienced in my life that can help you live the life that you deserve. Because you know what, ladies? It's so much easier to learn from somebody else's mistake than to make your own. I heard someone say this: you learn in two ways. You learn either through mistakes or through a mentor, right? So you choose. Which leads me to my topic today, honoring women of wisdom. I had an experience this weekend with a young lady who I've known since she was about 5 or 6 years old. Now, this young lady is in my presence quite a bit, and I do not consider her a mentee by no means. But I do consider her someone who was raised with my children, who really I could consider a daughter of my own. But this young lady has come into my presence and other people, women of my age, on quite a few occasions, and just been totally disrespectful. Disrespectful by simply just not even acknowledging us in the room, just not even speaking, not saying hello, just a simple hello, but coming into the room with a demeanor of superiority, coming into the room, and this is not judgment, this is a spirit, so I know somebody would say, well, you're being judged. No, this is a spirit that breeds contempt and it brings it into the atmosphere. And I have noticed it on quite a few occasions, to be quite honest. So, but this particular moment, I just addressed it. And I just made a point to address, you're very disrespectful. And the and the thing that was said to me was, I'm grown. And I thought, oh my God. And the flailing of the hands. And I said, yes, you are. I said, but you need to still respect your elders. So that just made me start contemplating and thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, because I am a coach, I am a mentor, and I'm a minister. And I can become a friend to a young woman as well. There's a scripture that says in 1 Peter 5, it says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Ye, all of ye, you be subject one to another and be clothed with humility. For God resists the proud and give grace to the humble. Young ladies, a lot of you have giftings and callings and purposes in your life. And God places older women around you, not just older women that are silly women, but women that are wisdom, full of wisdom and knowledge that can impart to you and shift you and help you walk some paths that help you go down some paths that you're wanting to go down, can show you how to go down that path of least resistance and help you not make some of the mistakes that they made because they've already been there. That's why I was just a little bit taken by the whole conversation that I had, because we have a generation of young people who don't understand honor and respect. If somebody's 10 or 15 years older than you, 20, that person is older. That person is wiser. That person has lived some things that you have not lived. You may be grown, as she said to me, but I promise you, you are not as grown as that person that's 10, 15, or 20 years, 30 years older than you. Oftentimes, young women come around and they want to be mentored and they want to be coached. But they don't understand the dynamics of the mentor-mentee relationship because of a couple of things. And one of the things that I have found along the way, and I have seen this happen on time and time again, there's an English idiom that says, familiarity breeds contempt. What does that mean? I heard Dr. Cindy Trim say this, being in her presence on a few occasions. She is very careful of who she brings around her. She is very careful of who she allows into her personal space. And I definitely get that and I understand that as well as I am. Because I don't let everybody get close to me because I am very transparent. You see, what does that mean? Familiarity breeds contempt. Well, sometimes it means if you know someone very well, or you get to experience them in a way that other people on the outside don't. You get to see their weaknesses. You get to know their struggles. They share with you their stories. They're transparent. They're like an open book, which is what I usually am. All of a sudden you think, oh, I know them. And now you think you can say, you can say whatever you want to. You can disrespect them. You lose respect, basically, is what that means. It means the more you know something or someone, the more you start to find fault and dislike about that person. I have done it. I am guilty. And how do you keep that safe boundary as a mentee as well as a mentor to not begin to think just because that person has become an open book to you that you can now dishonor them and disrespect them and not recognize that person is someone who's speaking into your life. You see, people become an open book before you, not for the purpose of you to criticize them or critique them or to find fault. But the purpose of someone mentoring you and allowing you to see into their lives somewhat is for you to learn from their past experiences. There are things that the stories that they share with you, the vulnerable places that they allow you to see, is for the purpose of you learning and gleaming. But I dare say some people, some young women, take that and use it and turn it against you. And I've had that done to me as well. One of my biggest faults that I have as a coach and a mentor is the fact that I am very transparent. I am an open book. But it's so very important for us to begin to understand this, young ladies. And I'm talking to young ladies who are seeking mentor-mentee relationships or in mentor-mentee relationships. If someone has allowed you in their space, if someone has allowed you to glean at the table of wisdom that they have to impart to you, never take it for granted. Never see this as an opportunity for you to now turn around and become a fault finder and criticize and think that you now know as much as they know. Here's the thing. We all know something. We all have a measure of truth. And we all have a measure of understanding. But trust me, a woman that really is walking in a level of wisdom, authority, and anointing that is imparting to you, God has placed her in your life. He's placed her in your life because there's something in her that you need to learn from and you need to grow from. Don't take it for granted and don't be mistaken that you, just because you know what you know, that that's not something that you can glean and learn from that person. Don't waste the mentor's time by being disrespectful or contemptuous in their presence. Because trust me, if they are a woman of wisdom, they are discerning and watching and listening for everything that you do. Remember, God placed that person in your life for a reason and for a season. And however long that season is, you need to take advantage of it. Never miss out on an opportunity to grow in wisdom. You know, I was around Dr. Trim maybe once or twice, 3 times at the most. And I would not consider her a mentor. But the few times that I was around her, I was silent. I sat there at her feet and I listened to every word that came out of her mouth because I respected her. Now, she's probably not that much older than me, to be quite honest. But she has a seasoned years of wisdom she has gone before me and blazed some trails that I want to blaze. So I am silent and I think I know something. But when I get around somebody who I deem as somebody of wisdom, somebody to be honored, I shut my mouth. I'm quiet and I listen and I learn. So when you're around someone that's an older woman, remember this. Familiarity breeds contempt. What that means is this. Just because they allow you to see them and know them, don't lose respect for them. Be coachable. Be teachable. Take what they say to you and apply it to your life every day. Follow through. If you have questions, Don't come to them with trivial questions. Ask questions that are relevant, that you can make application of in your everyday life. And don't take them for granted. I promise you they're not going to always be around. Learn and grow. Grow and learn and grow. Learn, have a teachable, I already said this, have a teachable spirit. Be respectful and honor them. I'm telling you, it will get you so far. I use Dr. Trim, but I can say Pamela Frazier, First Lady Sarita Jakes. These are women that I did actually get to be around, who I feel like were mentors to me. I didn't never think just because I was close in age to them that I could disrespect them, I could become so familiar with them that I could now criticize them. Come on, seriously? It's so very important that you keep your boundaries, mentees and mentors, in relationships. Because I promise you, that person, just like God placed that person in my life or vice versa, it's for the purpose of growth. Every relationship that we have is something that we are to glean from and grow from. And it may be for a year, 2 years, 10 years, who knows? But learn to honor women of wisdom that are around you, ladies. This is Sonia J. Wells, your lifestyle transformational strategist, coming to you on Empower Me Monday. I hope this really pricked your heart. If you are a younger woman that's looking for a mentor, this is something that I love to do because I believe God has gifted me to impart to younger women. And I am going to be launching a mentoring program in January that I'm really, really excited about, to impart to younger women, because I believe we need to, because the Bible says the older women should teach the younger women. And this is something that I really am very, very passionate about. So I hope this was something that you can grow from and glean from. And next time you, in the presence of older women, you give them honor. Have a great week.